Hi, I'm Ricky J, the Realtor.
And I'm Jeff Chatter from JC Homes.
And today we're diving deep into the Fraser Valley real estate numbers for November 2024. It's been an interesting month to say the least. Jeff, what's your take on these numbers?
Well, Ricky, after the boost in sales we saw in October, we did experience a bit of a slowdown in November. Now, home sales dropped 15% compared to October, with a total of 1,136 homes sold. But even with that drop, the sales are still 28% higher than they were in November of 2023, which shows some growth.
Okay, so the Fraser Valley is showing signs of recovery, and we're seeing overall activity pick up. As you mentioned, even though the sales have dropped month over month, they're still much better compared to last year. Overall, this increase in a year-over-year sales shows that buyers are coming back into the market, especially as the market stabilizes.
Definitely. And while sales might be cooling a bit with the seasonal slowdown, inventory remains strong. The active listings decreased by 8% to 8,125 properties, but still, this is a 30% increase compared to November of last year. We're seeing a lot more homes available than we have in many other years, and that's definitely a positive for buyers.
And with the market still in a balanced position, buyers aren't facing the kind of competition we saw in the past few years, but they're also not in a position to just lowball offers. A sales to active listings ratio of 14% keeps us in the balanced market zone, which is great for negotiations.
Well, let's dive into the specifics of each property type. Detached homes have seen some interesting changes. The benchmark price for a single-family detached home in the Fraser Valley dropped 0.4% from October, now sitting at $1,482,000. That's a slight decrease, but it's still within the same range as last year.
And compared to November 2023, the price is almost unchanged, down just 0.1%. We've been seeing a steady price point for detached homes, and with the benchmark price hovering just over $1.48 million, it's clear that the market for single-family homes in the Fraser Valley is holding strong despite some monthly fluctuations.
Well, what about townhomes? They've seen a slight increase. The benchmark price for a townhome is around $835,000, which is up 0.3% from October. This is a positive sign for townhome buyers and sellers, especially since townhomes have been more affordable compared to detached homes.
Yes, and even though townhomes saw a decrease compared to last year, down 0.2% compared to November 2023, the trend is still generally positive. With a lot of movement in certain areas, townhomes are continuing to be a popular choice for buyers looking for some space without the higher price tag of a detached home.
Well, let's move on to condos. Though we're seeing a bit of a different trend. The benchmark price for an apartment or condo in the Fraser Valley dropped 1.3% from October, bringing the price to $536,000. That's a bigger drop compared to detached homes and townhomes.
Absolutely. The condo market has been a bit more volatile, with a 1.2 decrease compared to November 2023 as well. But still, with the right pricing and staging, sellers can still do well in the market, especially if they're in desirable locations. The condo market, while showing some downward trends, is still holding on pretty strong.
For those of you looking to buy in the Fraser Valley, we've seen that overall that the average days to sell have remained fairly consistent. For detached homes, it's 43 days on average. Townhomes are at roughly around 33 days, and condos are a bit quicker than detached homes, sitting at 36 days. These numbers have been pretty steady, which reflects the stable conditions of the market as we are right now.
And when it comes to areas seeing the most action, Surrey's looking strong. In November, Surrey had a total of 207 detached home sales, which is a 65.6% increase from last year. This is huge. Even though sales dropped 11.2% from October, the yearly increase is a good sign of long-term growth.
Surrey's growth is really interesting, especially when you look at the breakdown by neighborhoods. Surrey Central saw a 60% increase in the detached homes market, while Cloverdale saw a massive 161% jump. That's crazy to see those kind of numbers, but it shows that buyers are still finding great value in Surrey's neighborhoods.
Cloverdale, BC, great area, by the way. Check out our other video about the cost of living in Cloverdale if you haven't seen it already. And speaking of Surrey, the benchmark price for a detached home in Surrey is currently around around 1.5 million, which is up 0.2% from October. The average price has even gone up by 3.7%, sitting at around 1.66 million. So while the market may be cooling off a bit, it's still seeing some good gains year over year.
Meanwhile, in other parts of the Fraser Valley, like Abbotsford, we've seen a 2.9% increase in the benchmark prices for a single-family detached home compared to last year. But interesting, the sales there were up 37% year over year, even though they dipped by 11% compared to October.
That's a really positive sign for Abbotsford. And we're seeing strong activity there with 70 sales in November. The market is definitely adjusting, but not crashing. Even in areas like Mission, which saw a drop in sales of 35.6% compared to October, the prices have been pretty stable. Detached homes in Mission are now averaging around 1.06 million, up 18% from last year.
There's no doubt that different areas of the Fraser Valley are behaving differently. Langley, for example, had an interesting month with 43.5% increase in detached home sales. However, the benchmark price is still pretty steady at around 1.6 million. So even though the market is a little slower overall, Langley is still doing pretty well.
Sorry to cut you off there, Jeff, but if any of you are planning on making the move to Surrey, BC, or anywhere in the Fraser Valley or Metro Vancouver area, don't forget to give us a call. The number will be in the description below. We absolutely love getting reach outs from every single one of you, so make sure to call, text, or email us. If you're planning on making the move out here or around the area, you can also schedule a call or meeting with us using the link in the description below of this video. And you can also get yourself a free JC Homes thermal travel flask mug, or a free t-shirt, or even one of these really cool desktop phone holders. Okay, just got them in. Really cool item.
I'm using one right now.
All you have to do to get one of these items for free is drop a comment saying I have subscribed in the comment section of any one of our videos after subscribing to our channel, and I will send you out one of these items for absolutely free. Shipping might be delayed due to Canada Post being on strike, but we'll find a way to get it to you some way, okay? Now back into the video, Jeff. I want to know, with the new mortgage guidelines set to take effect on December 15th, how do you think the longer amortization periods and lower down payment requirements will impact the Fraser Valley real estate market as we head into the new year?
Well, as we move into 2025, we're optimistic that these changes will help buyers who might have been sitting on the sidelines. We've seen a balanced market this month, and with the right conditions, we may see more buyers feeling confident enough to actually start making their move.
Now, I also wanted to ask you about British Columbia's new residential property flipping tax set to take effect on January 1st, 2025, targeting properties sold within 2 years of acquisition. How do you anticipate this will impact the real estate investors and the broader housing market in the province?
Honestly, time will tell. Just like everything in life, when changes are introduced, there is an adjustment period. I can see a lot of people not too happy with this and ask, what was the purpose of this? I can see people saying that, is this creating more homes? So I can see a lot of people questioning, why is this even here? It's not creating more homes. You're just taxing now. So I can see a lot of people very upset with this.
Seems like the government's answered everything. Tax it. And thank you all for joining us today on the Surrey, BC Real Estate Podcast. That actually wraps up our Fraser Valley real estate market update for November 2024.
Well, and if you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and let us know what you think about these stats from the Fraser Valley. Just drop your comment below.
And make sure you guys check out the next couple of videos we got coming out, because they're absolutely phenomenal, and I'm sure you're going to love them. As always, I'm Ricky J, the Realtor, and this is Jeff Chad at JC Homes, and we are out on this one. We will see you all on the next episode. Bye, everybody.